ground elder, or Aegopodium podagraria. Poda means foot. It was brought over by the feet of the Romans. So this was brought over by the Romans to Britain as a pot herb, and it escaped and became a widespread invasive pest, as they say. It's also incredibly nutritious and very tasty. It's got a very clarifying taste. It's very hard to explain the taste. I could say toothpaste, but that doesn't make it sound very appetizing, and it is. I could say anise, but that still isn't right. It's quite a powerful taste. This is the time of year to pick the young, tender green fronds. I like to wait until they're at least about 15 centimetres off the ground. So I do have to wait a couple of weeks after they first start to sprout. And that's because, especially these ones, are growing by a river. Anywhere near water, anywhere near bins, houses, you're going to have rats. So you do have to be aware. I'm going to take some of these top parts for a salsa verde sauce. So I'm going to take the very top few leaves of the highest ones here, because they won't have been weed on by a rat, and I'm going to rinse them as well. So, Aegopodium podagraria, ground elder. Not related to elder, it's just called that. Superficially the leaves look like elder, it's not related to elder. So ground elder is in the carrot family. It's got an umbelliferous flower, which means it's got the upside down umbrella shaped flower with the umbels. So it's got like the spokes coming out and the florets on top of each of those. Once it's flowered, it's not good to eat. It becomes more of a sedative, so it won't really hurt you, but it'll make you feel sleepy. It's not too great for you if you're trying to drive, etc. Got a nice big patch of it here, all ready for us to use. Well, I've had a delicious meal out of this on the trail when I was camping out for a week on the North Downs Way, and I ate this with venison sausages. It's really good with fatty things. So if you've got anything fatty, like nuts, if you're vegan, cheese, meat, it will really cut through that fat, and it really complements the taste too. Okay, so here back at base, we've got our ingredients to make ground elder soup. Now, some people like to use potatoes, but I really love turnip. So I'm going for turnip instead of 2 large potatoes. I've got 1 medium turnip. Instead of shallots, I've got an onion. I want to put some protein in, so I'm going to add a few handfuls of lentils. And we're going to cream this all up and add a little bit of oatly cream at the end, because ground elder goes really well with fatty things. Rich and fatty foods in it. The other name for it was goutweed, one of the other names, and that's because it was used to treat gout. So it actually helps digest fatty foods. So very simply, frying some onion and boiling 1 medium turnip and 2 handfuls of lentils with a 500ml jelly stock cube. So, a bit difficult to show you with one hand, but I'm mincing this up as finely as I can, all the ground elder. I had about 1/3 of a carrier bag here. I'm going to mince it up as fine as I can and add it to the soup, because I don't have a blender, like I said before. So I've added in my 1/3 of a carrier bag of ground elder. I'm stirring into my mashed turnip and lentil soup mix. I've got some onion in there as well, 1 whole large onion. And we've got our 500ml veg stock. Add salt and pepper to taste. And some cream and yoghurt. I think I'm going to go for the yoghurt because I like to have the healthier option with the lactobacteria. So here we've got my finished ground elder soup, and I've added some soy yoghurt instead of cream. Most recipes have cream in, and I'm sure kids like that better, but right now I'm going to be eating this. So I'm going to mix in, let the soup cool down so it's not going to kill the bacteria in the yoghurt. And I'm going to have delicious ground elder soup. See you later.